switch. Yeah.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and once again thank you for joining us here on Beautifully Bold, where we are embracing beauty, captivating gifts, and of course acknowledging strength. Thank you so much to my production team, King Production, and of course my makeup artist, Simply Kemi, a new fragrance line by Gloria Mills, Sarah Moy, and Mispa, a fragrance line for ladies, and of course the gents as well. A new classic seasoning and spices shito from Cassie's Food Company. You guys make sure to check it out. And of course, my hair is beautifully done and made by Prima Luxury Wigs. Thank you guys so much. Now we are excited and ready because we have a special guest today. A really special guest. We've been waiting for this moment. Introducing to you, you guys, he goes by the name of RifleX. Thank you so much for joining us.
Glad to be here.
RifleX,
Yes, so
how's it been?
It's been great. Long time.
The last time that I saw you and met you for the
Yes.
first time actually was on Stuck in the Middle podcast.
Yes. That was like 2017?
Yeah, was it 17?
18. Yeah, 2 years ago.
18.
2018, 2 years ago, I remember.
Wow.
Yeah, that was great though.
Yeah, that is so crazy.
Yeah.
How's it been going with the podcast and everything?
It's been dope. Like Stuck Middle Podcast, for those who don't know, it's a platform for entrepreneurs, innovators, creators of African descent. You know, so we just give a platform for people who are doing extraordinary things that we can touch. You know what I mean? Like we look at like the celebrities and it's like, oh, I can't really touch them, but we bring on people like yourself who are killing it.
Yes.
It's been great. Like, you know what I mean? Like lives have, literally changed.
Yeah.
My personal life has changed
Right.
through Stuck in the Middle. And, just to put it in context, we actually just got nominated for top 10 DC curators.
Yes!
As of last night.
What? When were you going to share this message?
It just happened last night.
Really?
Last night. So, yeah.
So where are we popping the champagne? Because
they still got
Ready
to,
to turn
this
out.
is like, it's a short list.
okay.
So, hopefully we make the
Wow.
top 10. And then, we pop
Yo, that
champagne.
is so
It's
amazing.
dope. Yeah, it's dope. It's dope.
In this community, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, like there's so many amazing things that are going on in this community and in other communities as well. Like you just really gotta like research what people are
Yes.
really doing out there.
Yes. Incredible people,
So I wanna take everything back to your university days.
Yeah.
So you went to Eastern Shore
Upright.
and I went to Salisbury.
For real.
Yes.
I graduated 2014.
You graduated 2014. Okay, I wasn't there till 2016.
Okay. Yeah.
What? Eastern Shore.
Eastern Shore, yeah.
Why Eastern Shore?
I only applied to 2 schools because I wanted to play soccer. I applied to Penn State. That's in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I got in, but then that tuition was like out of state. And then so the other school that I applied to didn't take me. I'm not going to say what school it is. So I was like, I can't go to Penn State, and the other school didn't take me, and it was about a month left for school to start, college to start. And I just went to an open house, Eastern Shore.
Okay.
It took me on the spot. That's why I ended up there.
What? That is so crazy. That's the
Yeah.
same thing that really happened to me too.
Yeah, it
because
was like
Salisbury was like last minute. It was not even on my list whatsoever.
No, but I enjoy Eastern Shore. I made a lot of great friends there.
Okay.
Turned my life around there.
Wow.
It was like God ordained.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just to go back a little bit, what did you study in Eastern Shore?
Communications, English. When I moved to this country from Cameroon, it's a funny story. They put me in ESOL, like English as a second language.
Don't you hate that?
You know what I mean? Like,
Yo,
the
like,
second
you're not
day,
stupid.
You feel me? Like the second day, the teacher's like, you don't belong here.
Yeah.
So it's just funny. Like I take you all the way back there because me studying English, you know what I mean? Like people are like, but you spoke English already. I just like love the language English, love writing, love reading, and just wanted to like hone that craft and like work on it. As far as like literature, so like public speaking, writing. That's English was just like, and also, I hate math. Like
I hate math too.
I
You're not the
suck at
only
it.
one.
So I was like, I'm just gonna study English because I only gotta take algebra, which I feel.
Right.
But
It's okay. Me, the only part I like about math is when I'm counting my own money. All that calculation, addition.
Look at you.
But I don't. Anything else, don't put me into it.
Yeah.
But did you know that you wanted to? What you studied in school? Did you know that's what you always wanted to study? or you?
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like, growing up, I always been good with words as far as, like, you know what I mean? Like, writing poetry, you know, like, speaking, orating, or, you know what I mean? Like, reading. So it was just, when I first moved here and I would drive up Georgia Avenue, for those who, you know, familiar with Maryland, Georgia Avenue is one of, like, the longest street. And Discovery, the building, the channel, it's in downtown Silver Spring. Every time I drove past it, I was like, I want to work there. I want to work there.
Wow.
And the only path to that was English, you know, studying communications. Eastern Shore just happens to call it English. But it's communication as far as like mass communication. You know what I mean? Like journalism, like this production kind of thing that we're doing right here. So it always had been in my blood, you know what I mean? And like in my mind, I had a dream, I had a vision. And also, you know, like writing, you know, like it has fulfilled now. I'm an author, I'm a writer. And also just, you know, music and poetry, which I still do.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, this was so amazing. Like, I feel like God just takes you into different paths just to be where you are. Have you always pre-planned that you wanted to always, you know, be an author or even be a young musician as you are?
Nah, like music was like a thing. Like writing, like I said, it's always in my fabric. Writing a book is always that just far-fetched thing, you know what I mean? But like you said, you know, sometimes we got plans, but God got other plans. But you know what I mean? Like, it's really just, you know, writing a book, really, it just make much more sense as far as like the message that I wanted to convey as far as like the content of the book and the audience that I wanted to reach. It just made so much sense. And so I was like, there's no other way but to do it. You know what I mean? And it's been a hard journey, but also very fulfilling journey. And I definitely, you know, see myself doing it more and more as far as like I'm even planning my next story. You know what I mean? Or like
you don't understand. Before we get into this book, you guys, you don't understand how much amazing, how this book is so amazing. If you have not gotten a copy, I don't know what you're doing. You need to get it. I read that book in 2 days. I was like, I'm not playing. I need to understand these. It's so amazing. But before we get a little deeper into no such thing as halfway, let's go back into your music career. What made you want to start becoming a musician?
I don't know. It's just so easy. Like music is so easy. I think that really is the answer. It's just like, you know, conveying like, you know, my feelings, my situations, you know, other people's feeling situations. Because everything I write and everything I, you know, like record is either realistically inspired, you know, from conversations or just, you know, real life situations. It's just so easy, you know what I mean, to like just express myself in that medium. And I personally enjoy it. If nobody listens to my songs, that's all I listen to.
Charlie, you must have yourself.
That's all I listen to is myself.
Wow.
So, and it's funny because I would listen to myself with myself, but with other people around, I ain't playing.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? He said,
no, if I'm driving with you or like, you know what I'm saying, like I ain't playing my songs, but if it's just me,
you beat it,
But yeah, like just to answer you, it's just a very easy thing to do. Like it's just easy.
Right.
Yeah.
And
it's just an easy way to make money.
So being a young musician, especially in this period, what are some of the challenges that you face as being an upcoming musician as well?
I think especially, you know, I do Afro trap, Afro beats for people who, you know, like are familiar with my music. I think here in the DMV, I've, you know, by God's grace, been able to, you know, make a name for myself, not where I want to be. You know, done shows, all kind of like traveled, you know, like back home, Cameroon, Canada, done tons of shows. Wow. But breaking back home, Cameroon is the toughest thing. I really want to be able to like transcend that, you know what I'm saying, like that boundary.
Why do you think it's very tough?
If you're not home and touching the people, you know what I mean? Like
it's very hard.
You're
a distance, long distance.
Like, I don't know what Nigerians call it, Oribo, you know what I mean? Like, we say you're full bush. You're graffiti, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you're high and mighty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be here. You gotta, the sun gotta burn you.
You have to be able to touch the audience and let them.
I did that in 2016. I went home, did like a little press tour, and I got some traction. But you gotta do it more and more. So it's that's a hard thing, but like I said, music, that's the hard part about it. But you know what I'm saying? Like putting music out is easy. It's for the most part, I'm grateful and I'm happy where I am. Really. Yeah.
So who are some of the people that you would love to collaborate with long term wise?
Musically speaking?
Yes.
I'm very versatile. Like, you know what I mean? Like our attempts, she did Try Me.
Try Me.
Why you wanna try? Yeah. I wanna work with her. Yeah, she's
Wow.
Yeah, I really want to work with her.
Okay.
But like a lot of producers back home,
Okay.
people might not know them, but Method J, Storms Killer, he just moved to Massachusetts.
Okay.
Eddie Ladre, DJ Kyle, Magasco, Daphne,
Daphne.
Okay.
I love Daphne.
Yeah.
He know I love Daphne. I hit up your brother one time
Yeah.
and I was like, "What's that song? What's that song by Daphne?" Like I
Khaled?
forgot. Khaled. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness,
Yeah.
you guys! I love French songs, so Daphne is like my number one. I don't listen to anybody else.
Daphne, call me.
But Daphne,
We can make one
call
of
him.
those.
But what was the first place that you performed at?
Dang. It was like a little cafe shop
Okay.
at Eastern Shore, actually.
Okay. Oh wow.
I forget the name, but it was like a coffee shop, and I actually like hosted the thing. Crap! I forget the name.
You took it all the way back to Eastern Shore. Whoa! I thought it was just like recently.
No. It was a couple. But if you're talking like perform, we had this thing back home in Cameroon where it was like a social week where like every school for 1 week would give the students just 1 week to wild out.
Okay.
You can, if you want to like in dormitory school, like like go home wild out. You don't wear a uniform. You can what I'm saying, girls can do their hair, lashes, everything. It was a whole week, and then the last day of the week was like a concert kind of thing where they bring like kind of like homecoming.
Okay, I was just about to say like back home in Ghana we call it our day.
Yeah. It's like homecoming here. You know what I mean? Like a whole weekend thing, but there it's a week. Wow. So I did some performing, but then we were doing like other people's songs, like what they call it, a rendition kind of thing. So, yeah.
Wow, you're doing some amazing things out here, and I'm just like, y'all gotta go check him out. Like, go check him out. So, like we said before, you are the host now of Stuck in the Middle podcast.
Yes.
How did that really all start? Did this whole vision start while you were in Eastern Shore?
Nah, Stuck in the Middle, it's really the brainchild of my brother AK.
Right.
Shout out to AK. It's a whole team now. It's grown. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we started February 2017.
Okay.
He and my cousin Hans, who has since moved to California, it started as a WhatsApp group.
Oh wow.
And they were the host, and my background, like I said, is in English communications.
Right.
They tapped me to be the producer of kind of like your team right now.
Okay.
And once Hans moved, I kind of like just subbed in as the host. Because you know what I mean, like we needed that extra spot. I really didn't want to be in front of the camera, but I did it so well that I just stuck on the desk. And the team has since grown. Now we have Tutu, who is also a co-host, Sir Charles, who's also a co-host, and then we have Achu, who's a technical director. I'm like a host, technical director, producer, editor.
You're like everything.
Media. I'm everything.
You're like in there, you're out there.
I got my hands in all the pots.
Wow,
you know what I mean?
you have to be.
Yeah, and we got Ma. She's the booking agent and PR.
I love her. I love you, Ma.
Yeah. Shout out to Ma. She's great. And it's just a whole team now.
Okay.
And I said I got different hats that I wear in Stuck in the Middle.
Wow, that's serious.
It's serious.
What are some of the challenges that you face having your own podcast?
I don't know. That's a tough question. Challenges is the podcast world right now. Some people say saturated. I somewhat think so. So breaking through that noise, but we have a niche market. You know what I mean? Like entrepreneurs, African descent people who like. And so right now the challenge that we're facing is because we're making it an umbrella. Okay. Now we have Palm Wine Central.
I saw that. I need to get into that.
And then we have Mambanya.
Okay.
And then we also have a couple other things in the works. So Stuck in the Middle is growing where it's an umbrella now. We have other, like platforms and things, brands popping up under. So that's challenging now, managing it. But that's only because this is the beginning stage. Okay. And so we have a lot of things that we're trying to, get up the ground. But once, like in the next couple months, once everything is like kind of running on pace, then it'll be just back to normal.
Speaking of the next couple of months, how is this time period, COVID-19 and all this social injustice, how is it affecting your podcast?
Yeah, speaking of COVID, COVID has been a blessing because then we've pivoted to, like the lives. Okay. Like people are like connecting direct. And just, you know what I mean? Like the engagement is dope. The following is growing. So COVID has kind of been like a blessing in disguise. We do it weekly.
Okay.
It's like grind week. It's like a full-time job.
Okay.
And so for me personally speaking, it's kind of been like kind of a break because you're not working so much. Even though the work is still getting done, but the social injustice, the platform, you know what I mean. We just, trying to, especially having a voice. Just mentioned we, been nominated top 10 this year curators. Just trying to use our voice and platform as small or big as it is in our eyes or other people's eyes. So you know what I'm saying. Just speak to, you know what I mean, like tearing down that system of racial injustice and really just being a voice. And personally speaking, I think like we have a long way to go. Right. But we definitely it's a fight.
Gonna get
you know
there.
What I mean? Like it's a fight worth fighting. And I just want to like encourage us black people out there, men, women, young boy, young girl. It's like it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You know what I mean? So definitely conserve your mental and emotional energy, and you know what I mean. Like it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So we got a long way to go, but we're gonna get there really. And so we're just trying to use Stuck in Middle really to speak to that social injustice and the murder and killing of black people. In America.
This is so serious. Everywhere, like literally, it's almost like every day I'm sitting behind CNN watching them. What's next? And then people are out here waiting for their stimulus checks too. And
I don't know if that second one comes.
Hello, did you hear Trump? He said, "I might as well just forget that second stimulus check."
He can keep it.
Just keep it. We myself, we want to go back home to Africa.
Exactly. If you can change the laws and keep the check, we would take it.
Just keep it. Don't worry, I'm coming to collect our own. You guys, thank you so much again for watching and tuning in here. You guys, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Thank you. You guys, thank you guys so much. We're here once again with, of course, a RifleX. If you guys don't know him, make sure that you check it out at I am RifleX on IG. And of course, make sure to visit his website, IamRiflex.com, you guys. So, we are going to talk about your book. You don't know how much I've been talking about your book, whatever.
No, you've been dope. You've been like pushing it more than even me. So, like, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yo.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I gotta say it on the record. Give you your flowers. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we have to support one another, and of course, keep it going, especially in this our community. You guys, if you don't know, he is the author of No Such Thing as Halfway. Do you guys see this book? Like, do you see all the beauty going on? Let me tell you, when I first saw this book, I didn't really pay attention to it. All I saw was the background, and I was like, oh, this is like an Ankara, you know? And then I saw the lady, and then I saw the guy. I said, this has to do with something with relationship. Yeah. Because with all this beautiness going on, this guy, of course, has something deep that he wanted to share out and give out back into our community and our society. So I'm going to let you talk a little bit about No Such Thing as Halfway. How did this all come together?
I think it's a necessary book as far as like the storyline, and the need for the discussion in our community. It's a book based on a long distance relationship between two African couples living in the diaspora. Demi, she lives in Houston, and Giannis, he lives in Baltimore, and they're fighting for that long distance romance, or against principalities and authorities, i.e. their family, and tribalism that's trying to rip them apart. And you know what I mean, like it's very contemporary. We meet people on social media, you sliding DMs, you know what I mean, and it's also very real as far as like the realness of tribalism that is still plaguing us, plaguing relationships, and also just family, and that respect and love that a daughter has for her mother, or son has for her father, and their input and love in a relationship. And so when you don't have that support, it definitely, you know what I'm saying, brings a wedge between that relationship. And so that's everything that's wrapped around in this book. No such thing as halfway. Like I said, it's very relatable, it's very necessary, it's very real. And that's why I decided to write it.
Wow. Why the title?
You know, I had a pool of like 22 titles.
Wow.
And then over the course of time, I boiled it down to 4, and then eventually 2. The 2 finalists were If I Let Go and No Such Thing as Halfway. If I Let Go sounded like a boy band lead singer. You know what I mean? So I was like
the Beatles.
You know what I mean? Like an NSYNC kind of name. I was like, nah, No Such Thing as Halfway will sell more copies. And yeah, I was right.
Well, who are your team? Who are your team that help you to bring this vision forward?
I got to give a shout out to you know, my brother AK, and you know, everybody's listed. You know, if you when you crack it open, it's an acknowledged man page. You know, like my brother AK, I put him as the advisor. He didn't really advise me.
If you like that,
yeah. Shout
out to AK.
Shout out to my brother AK. Shout out to Kellen. You know what I mean? She's like my backbone. You know what I mean? Like. Up on, like I had editors, but she still was looking over it. She's very meticulous and Kellen, you know, man. Like she's my lady. She's there for everything that I do. So she definitely was through the whole process. Times when I felt like giving up, you know what I mean. Like times when I was like, yo, I'm about to wrap this and throw it in the can. She like kept pushing me. My mom and my dad, even though they didn't know what I was doing, like, they gave me the space because when I was writing, I was living with them. And so they give me the space, you know what I mean? Like, you know how it is in Africa. Right? Come wash the dishes. Go
don't do this, do that. Yo, you don't even have time.
Yeah, they just gave me the space to write there, you know what I'm saying? Like, do, you know, shakaratins. But, I killed the cover. You know, he did the cover.
Wow.
Leslie, she's based in Toronto. She did the editing. I'm forgetting some people, but, you know, when you crack it open, there's an acknowledgement page. I got a team of Patreons, people who donated money as far as, like, me creating this so my side, it's a whole lot. Yeah. So when I give people their roses. Crack it open, you see it. Yeah.
So Amazon has ranked this book #1 in Africa Plays and Drama.
Yeah. That's
what?
Huge. It's huge. That's
enormous.
I gotta give thanks to people who like you who bought the book. You know what I mean? If you purchased the book, thank you so much, because you know what I mean. Like that's how it goes up when people buy it. You know what I mean? Like as a self-published author, you know what I mean? Like that's huge. You know what I mean? That's numbers.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Like we can talk about like, you know, the money or whatever, but being able to get to that place, because then you're more exposed. And so it's like #1 African dramas and plays. It's like,
yo, that's deep.
That's huge.
This is the first time I'm hearing that.
That's huge.
Wow. Yeah. So how are you? Because to me right now, you're a celebrity to me right now, honestly. How's your parents and your family taking all of this?
They don't understand.
Yeah, no, African parents, they be on a different level.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, where's the money? You know, because you know, like that's even what stuck in me as a thing.
Yeah.
You know, like they want me to be a doctor. You know what I mean? Like, and my dad, even just yesterday was like, when are you getting your PhD?
Wow.
Bro, like,
it's a lie.
I'm 20. How much? 28 years old. Like, you know, chill out. I just turned 28 years old. So
You're just thinking about it. That's what I be doing. How old are you? I'm like,
no, like when I gave my mom the book, she read it till like 1 a.m. and she had to go to work the next day. And my dad, you know, he's more of a slow reader, but they're very proud. She prayed over it.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Like my family's been purchasing. You know, nobody wants free copy. You know, I'll pay for it. I'll buy some.
That's
give
good.
away.
They're patronizing your business very well, because I know that like. A lot of people say that when they have their businesses, they don't like Africans patronizing it because they'll be buying it on credit. This is America. We're not buying things on credit, you know. Because then how else would you have gotten #1, you know?
Facts. Yeah, like my family's been supportive, you know what I mean? Like my sister, shout out to Ngeso, she purchased 5 copies, did a giveaway. My little sister purchased copies, did a giveaway.
No way!
You know I mean? My sister Masa, it's her birthday today, June 6th. Shout out, happy birthday. She purchased copies, did a giveaway, you know what I mean? Like,
what?
Yeah, it's all love. It's love.
So are we going to get another book?
Certainly. You know, like the good thing, if you have not done a review on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or my website, please do, because I'm getting an idea of, you know, like the feedback is so great from people like you, like yo, like so I'm trying to collect all of that and then maybe do a second edition, incorporate.
Don't be doing that maybe thing. He's going to drop it.
Maybe do a second edition incorporating, you know, saying like everything that I'm getting from the feedback. But I have 2 stories that I really want to tell. One is about female genital mutilation. that I think is also very important that I want to tell as far as like a fictional novel.
Right.
And I'm looking at, fourth quarter 2022.
Okay.
And I also want to tell a fictional story of big corporations like Shell and the exploitation of oil in Africa. So those are the two stories that I really want to explore. But my heart is also still tugging on this story. I'm really like I'm done with this story as far as like I think I put everything out there and it's been well received. But some people still want.
Yeah, we want more.
People want more.
It's not some people, me especially.
Specifically,
I want more.
That's probably gonna be
good.
Either a second edition or part 2. I don't know. I'll pray about it.
Wow. Yeah. So when I was reading this book, it was so relatable. Some of the things that both Demi and Jonas was going through, it was just like hitting me. It was hitting me. Everything in there is really, really relatable, and that's one of the reasons why I could not put the book down. There's some books that you pick up, you read 5 seconds, it's like, where is this thing really going? But out of everything, what really shook me the most, and I'm not going to ruin it for you guys because you guys have to go and patronize his book. I'm telling you, it's a life-changing book. It's not like any other book out there. What really struck out to me was the ending of the book. Why did you do that? Why? You don't laugh to. Why did you do that? Like literally, when I read the ending, I kid you not, I shouted to my sister and I said, "Gloria, what happened?" I was like, "What's going on? Why? Why?" I was so mad. Why?
You're not the only.
Why'd you end it like that?
Actually, shout out to Nahodia. Nahodia is like one of my like. She's day one A1 fans. She drove to my house. Nahodia, she lives like she drove to my house.
You see, I'm even getting chills.
Called me. This is true story. She drove to my house, called me like I'm outside. She was like, "Why did you end this book like this?" I don't want to ruin it.
You see what I'm talking about?
But it's like a signature that I, you know what I mean? Like this right decided that I enjoy Steve King. He's known for gory horror.
Okay.
Chimimanza, she's known for like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like romance, telling, Ebong Mba, she's a Cameroon author. She's known for her thing, you know what I mean? So that's what I want to be known for. Without ruining it, that's my signature. How I'm gonna end stories. So
I'm so upset with you right now. You guys, I'm so upset. Yeah. Like, I'm not upset in a bad way, if that makes sense. Like, it's just the ending of the book.
Yeah. I want to end all my books in a way that it's just like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
make you make people to read more and get more of your.
Yeah. There's a call to action, you know what I mean, like the afterward. But I want the last page to make you hate me as the author.
You better pray I forgive you, because right now I'm very upset. But you guys, check out this book, No Such Thing as Halfway. Yeah. How were your parents really feeling about this when they were reading it? Having to see what you were going through. Yeah. How were they feeling about this?
Because the book it's like 60-40, 60% based on real life events.
Okay.
Stuff that I personally went through.
Okay.
And people whose lives I personally know had gone through it as far as tribalism.
Right.
So them reading it's kind of like we've to a place now where we've healed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like me and my parents, you know what I mean? Like we've talked through these things, healed. So it's kind of like just all jokes and fun. So and they were happy to read it. And but other parents though, which is why I chose to write the book, as far as like reaching that demographic. Okay. I couldn't reach that demographic with a song or with a blog post.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So other parents that I've heard about, or people, who have presented this to their parents, like, hey, this is what I'm going through. You know what I mean? Have, been able to have that conversations with their kids, daughters and sons, you know what I mean? And just that feedback and that forum for discussion, that's why I wrote this. It's been great. And you can go on my website, you see the conversations. There's a tab called Tell Your Story. Okay. People telling their stories, and my DMs is flooded. And there's just a lot of things that I'm gonna roll out on social media in the coming weeks, in the coming months. After the fight for social, the fight is ongoing, but when things die down a little bit. But it's like I said, it just was written to open a forum for more conversation when it comes to parents not allowing their children to love who they want to love, as far as like where they're from, you know what I mean, like their social background and things like that. So the conversation is being had, and I'm grateful for that. This
book is just man, I just want to buy like so many of them and just do giveaways to people,
we can do it.
A lot of the
I tell you what, sorry to cut you short. I tell you what, I got a free book for somebody. I'll let you, say let's not come up with this right now.
Yes.
Come up with a thingy.
Yes. A
Incorporate
thingy.
it when this thing comes out in the description or whatever, and we'll give somebody a free book.
Y'all better be watching. Y'all better go subscribe so you can get yourself a free book, because this is powerful for our generation.
Appreciate it,
in our society.
Yeah, it's very needed.
Very unique.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times, a lot of authors are afraid to put out a book that has to personally deal with their personal life. And coming from an African background, African descendant, there's so many things that are hidden behind closed doors that we as African descents are not able to come forward and share. I just want to thank you for this book. It has changed me personally. I really want people to get this book, you guys, and we're going to come up with something in order for you guys to get a free giveaway of this book. Before we move on, last but not least of a question. With this no such thing as halfway.
Yes.
Man, I'm just so amazed.
Appreciate it, yo.
I'm just so amazed. But
it's a short read too. You know what I mean? Like you said, you wanted to internalize it. The record is 3 hours, I believe.
Yeah.
Somebody was just like, I can't put it down. So
yeah.
I made it that way too because I wanted people to, you know what I mean, like. The generation, our generation is like microwave.
Hello, fast, take away. Let's go.
If you can get to it in a weekend. You know what I mean. It's also everything going on right now. Free your mind, get no such thing as halfway. And dive into it.
How has this changed your appearance or your thoughts about your relationship, old versus new? How is that shaping you?
I really didn't understand. You know what I mean, like. When it comes to like why the tribalism is a thing, the overarching reason is fear. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And fear. One thing about fear is it's illogical and dumb. You know what I mean? Like fear doesn't ask questions. It just goes and makes the stupid decisions.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so when we talk about tribalism, there's a lot of curses that it has done to the African society.
Yes.
And one of them is it chooses who to love. And so that has changed my perspective from that. You know what I mean? Like as brothers and sisters, you from Ghana, I'm from Cameroon. People ain't from Nigeria. I want to have a conversation with you before I begin to judge you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like and so being able to understand somebody. You know what I mean? If I meet a Nigerian, you being from me being from Nigeria, for me meet a Nigerian is like tribalism and the curse of it. It causes me to judge you by your surname. What is your name? Rose.
Yeah.
What is your surname? You know what I mean? Like Adebayo or whatever. As I say, oh, she's Yoruba, or she's Igbo. That's how I'm going to treat you as opposed to understanding your personality. You know what I mean? So that's how we vote. It has hijacked democracy. You know what I mean? That's how we love. That's how we treat people as opposed to their personalities. And we can get into, like the genocide.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And whole other things. And so it has changed my perspective on so many different layers and levels. And I hope that people come away from this. It's a love story. You know what I mean? Like you get lost in the characters. And I hope people come away on the other side, interacting with brothers and sisters. Like it's okay. Your personality can be nasty, but I want to get to know you first. As opposed to you know what I'm saying, like just what's
labeling you. Yes, this is amazing, you guys. So what we're going to do now, quote of the week. So I mean, he's like, he's not ready. So you're going to pick out a quote. Close your eyes, because I don't want you to kind of peep it, and then pick it. Careful. Okay. And then you're gonna give it to me. Okay. Oh, why did you pick this one? Okay, read it.
Hey. Wow.
Yes.
Don't worry. She said, what? Don't worry about your failures. Worry about the chances you miss when you don't even try. Hi. I just posted something on my IG. It says, what would you do even if you fail at it? What's worth doing even if you fail? This reminds me of that. Don't worry about your failures. Worry about the chances you miss when you don't even try.
I want you to do another thing. Look at the camera and read that thing out there.
Don't worry about your failures. Worry about the chances you miss when you don't even try.
How does that impact you?
So you gotta try. You know what I mean? Like I just watched a video on 50 Cent's page. It was like a lioness. She was crouching, and there's buffaloes. You know, so passing. Just like, oh, maybe the next one. Oh, damn, let me just chill. Maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. They're just running past. And she's just crouching, and then the lion just swoops past her, grabs one of those buffaloes, and just like clamps on the neck, and she's still crouching dead. And then one of the buffaloes tramples her and she runs back. So it's like, yo, you can't sit and wait for chances to be passing. They're all gonna pass. You just gotta snag it. That's what that reminds me of.
Wow.
Because your chances just gonna.
Yeah, when you be sitting there forever.
You know what I mean? If you got a business.
Yeah, just go ahead and
if you got an entrepreneurial mindset, you know what I mean? Like you want to do something, just go ahead.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna feel through it.
Yes.
Writing a book is hard. You know what I'm saying? Just take it. Just start doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because opportunities are just gonna be passing.
You can't be sitting for too long because that idea that you have, if you don't do it, God gave it to you for a reason. So if you don't do it, give it to somebody else to do it.
That's what I remember.
So we're gonna be spicing it up. Time for a game. So it's gonna be this or that. Yes. He said I. Why do you have a better game? Okay, so you ready?
Yes.
All right. Peaches or mangoes?
Mangoes.
TV series or movies?
Movies.
Salisbury or Eastern Shore?
Eastern Shore.
Oh, why?
Listen, everything that's going on right now.
Yes.
This is my story. We, you know, when I was in my party days, we go up to Salisbury University. We're from Eastern Shore. You know what I'm saying? Like Salisbury's like everybody. They got all the brown and this and that. We walk into the party. We knock the door. White guy opens the door. He says, "No more niggers." I was like, bruh.
This happened in
Salisbury. This was 2013.
You see what I'm telling you?
We were about ready to throw hands.
Wow.
We were about ready to throw hands, but we didn't fight.
Yeah.
We just left.
Yeah.
You know, it's all good.
Yeah.
So racism is real.
Yeah.
So Eastern Shore.
Wow. You know, it's funny.
HBCU.
It's serious. No, it's serious. I don't blame you because I kind of went
day.
through that same experience. So you sharing that's just to tell you how serious this social injustice is. But we're gonna move it.
It's HBCUs. If you want your kids to.
HBCUs. Jonathan McReynolds or Lecrae?
Lecrae.
Really?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Hip hop.
Are you sure?
Yes. I just got him to Jonathan Mc. I can't.
Jonathan Mc.
Just got. Y'all gonna fire me up. I just got him to him.
Really?
I've been rocking with Lecrae since 2011.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's not fair. Shout out to Jonathan McReynolds. That's my man's, yeah. City or country?
Country.
Country? Alone or in a crowd?
Alone.
Wow.
I don't like people.
I know, me too. Don't be fooled, guys. Call or text? You have to think about it.
Text.
Text?
It depends on the mood and the day. You know
that's what I be trying to say. Like, you guys, sometimes I feel like we're on the
Text.
Text?
Yeah, send to me, Obo. Text.
New clothes or new phone?
New clothes.
Okay, last but not least, most important in a partner, funny or intelligence?
Intelligent.
Why?
You know what I mean? There's 100 million ways to make money. We gotta figure all that. You know, if you're just funny, I would laugh and be poor. You know what I mean? Like, I need the brains. How can we make money? How can we raise some dope kids?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Funniness.
It's not going to raise anything.
Bring the brains. Funny.
This vibe is hilarious.
Intelligent.
So, intelligent. Okay, so you know that this is a woman empowerment platform.
Yes.
Who is one lady or woman in your life that has molded you and shaped you that you want to give a big shout out to? What have they done in your life?
Shout out to Momsy. She's dope. You know what I mean? She got a business. She sells chips, plantain chips.
So that you should have brought mine.
No, I'm sorry. She's been doing that for like 8 years. You know what I mean? Like she's a hustler. And she's, you know, of course I'm gonna shout out moms, but there's so many of them. You know, she's molded and shaped me. Shout out to Masa, my sister. It's her birthday today. You know, when I was in college, she was like my mom. You know, she would send money.
Wow.
She would, you know, call and check. She was like my mom when I was in college. So shout out to Masa. You know, when you put it like people who shaped and molded me, that's the two.
The two.
Yeah.
Your sister.
Yeah, my sister and my mom.
And your mom.
Yeah.
That's amazing, you guys. That's so cute. So, who is a next guest that you would like to nominate? Look into that camera.
Yeah. Hey, Akanji, pull up. Come here. Akanji is dope. You know, she's a singer. She's a host. She's, you know what I'm saying? Like, she got a whole plethora of things that she does. If Akanji is unreachable because she's that dope, Jason Nkwine, he got a book, a musical project, and a movie coming out as well. It's called One Blood Project, and it speaks to the relationship between Africans and African Americans. So needed, so dope. Jason, pull up, or Akanji. There's two.
Wow.
Whichever one you can.
We have to get them both.
Yeah, you know, and they both signed to the same label.
Okay.
Legacy Entertainment. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to
Jason
get you guys.
is a writer, poet. Akanji's a singer, and she got other things that she does. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they are in this community.
Yeah, DMV. Jason is based in Lanham area. Akanji is in Baltimore. Wow. Yeah. So pull up, yeah.
Pull up, please pull up, so I can interview you.
And
pull
when you
up.
get your check, you send me half.
Hello. So, any last remarks that you have for?
Yes. So
your
go get the book. It's called No Such Thing as Halfway. I'm the proud author. It's #1. It's been #1 on Amazon. African Dramas in Place. Appreciate you so much for having me on this platform. Beautifully bold. She's been on Stuck in the Middle. This has been dope. I really had fun. Thank you so much. Keep doing your thing, and appreciate it.
Thank you so much for joining us on here, RifleX. You want to tell them your social media handles and where they can follow you at?
IamRifleX.com. That's IamRifleX. Website is IamRifleX.com. You can shop a book, sign copies. If you just want to Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Kindle, Apple Books, it's all on there. Appreciate the love. Thank y'all so much again. The book is called No Such Thing as Halfway. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yeah. Get your copy, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Beautifully Bold RifleX, where we are embracing beauty, captivating gifts, and of course, acknowledging strength. Your most and only host, which is me, Honorable Mills. Make sure that you continue to follow us on our IG page or Facebook at _beautifullybold on IG and Facebook at Beautifully Bold. And of course, our one and only website out there. Make sure you check us out at IamBeautifullyBold.com. Thank you guys so much. We love you. See you later.